This right here, the 10 most common small business mistakes costing you customers and revenue. Let's fix it. Number 10 is burnout mindset. So this is believing you have to hustle 24/7 instead of building a business that supports your lifestyle. A lot of people get this wrong. They want to just hustle, 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 hustle. And yeah, that'll work for a while until you get burnt out. And then what? You start to do things worse. You're not getting the results. Then you get stressed out. Then you start making mistakes. If all you do is hustle and grind, and you don't actually enjoy the work that you're doing, and you don't take some time off for yourself, your family, and your mindset, you're going to have issues in the long run. I've made this mistake. Every business owner that I've helped and I've talked to has made this mistake. So just keep this in mind. There is a season for hustling. There is times when you have to put in the work and put in the grind. Yes, we all know that. But you also have to start looking at the signals. If you're starting to get sick, if you're starting to get burnt out, if you're not sleeping well, if everything in your life is starting to just feel hard, it's time to take a step back. Look at your business. Look at what you're doing. What's causing you to work so much? It's time to start making a change, making a difference, putting systems in place so that you're not having to grind 24/7, that things can get done without you. So if you're starting to feel this, please take a step back, take a look at your business, take a look at your life, and take some time to recharge. Number 9 is no differentiation. Operating as a commodity, like everyone else, instead of highlighting what makes you unique. A lot of people get into this. They think, well, I just do what everybody else does. I'm a plumber. I'm a personal trainer. I clean roofs with my pressure washer or sidewalks, whatever it is. But you are unique. You are different. Things that you do, things that you're into, your hobbies. How can you incorporate that into your business to stand out? How can you name what you do that's different than the next person down the road? What are some personal touches that you can add to your service to make you stand out? The people that do this, the businesses that can stand out from everybody else and be unique, are the ones that thrive. They don't have to try as hard. They don't have to spend as much money as the next business that does what they do. And because we're all unique, we have that ability to put something out in the world that's different than the next person. Even if technically they're doing the same work as us, they aren't us. It's not our business, isn't their business. So I want you to think about this. Take a step back. What makes you you? What makes you unique? And how can you put some of that twist into your business, into your marketing, to start attracting your tribe? People like you, people that are gonna like the way that you do business and the way that you treat them. Trust me, if you start implementing this into your business, you're gonna see a massive shift in the type of people that you attract. If you're tired of operating your business on an island, you have no support, you have no one to talk to, you don't have anybody to talk business with and run your ideas on, we have your support. And this is our private school group called Rush Local. And this is where business owners just like you get to come talk with me and other business owners that have done it, who have proven it, who've had success. And not only that, you have the support. You can run ideas. You can talk to people going through the same situation as you. You can talk to people that have got out of that situation and just have that community that's gonna get you to the next level. You wanna check it out? Click the link in the description. We'd love to see you in there. Number 8 is a killer, spending big on the wrong things. People want big, fancy branding, like car wraps, billboards. They want a big office suite, and they wanna do ads before they build the systems. If your business is not systemized, if you can't know where everything is coming in and how everything's working, it's not time to spend big on branding and on ads. People do this way too early and then they bankrupt themselves. They're like, oh, I just gotta go get this billboard. I just gotta get this and people are gonna come. But they don't have a system to when the leads actually come in on how to close them. So make sure before you start spending big on your business and your brand that you have all of the systems in place, or it could cost you big and potentially cost you your business. Number 7 is a lack of online presence. Many businesses only rely on word of mouth. They do not have a lead converting, sales converting website. They don't get reviews, and they don't have that consistent social proof that makes them stand out. This is huge. This is have to be right away what you do within your business. At least that's where I've seen people get the most success with is, yes, are there businesses that have made it word of mouth? Of course there are, but they are very, very, very few. And there's usually circumstances that kind of line up to why that worked for them. If that's what you're doing and you're not seeing the results that you want within your business, the revenue isn't where it needs to be, it's because you have to start working on that social or that online presence. Making sure that you have a website that's gonna convert leads. Making sure that it's optimized on Google so people get there. Making sure that your social media is optimized. Am I saying you have to become a full-time content creator? No. But if you don't have that social presence, you don't have that social proof, it is very hard to operate at a positive margin in 2025 and beyond. So if you haven't done that yet, now's the time to really dig in and optimize your online presence. This one's like stepping over dollars to pick up pennies, and that's ignoring repeat business and referrals. It is way more expensive to go out and get new customers than it is to take care of the ones you have and get them to refer you more. If you haven't been showing them love, if you haven't been reaching out consistently, if you haven't been building that relationship with your current and past clients, now's the time. Today is the day. Start putting that into practice, whether it's weekly, whether it's monthly, whether it's quarterly. Stay in contact with those people depending on the cycle of your business. The more you can stay in contact, the more that they like you, the more they're gonna refer you, and the more they're gonna come back. More money you can be making, more people that you can help without spending more to get more customers and clients. So right now, get that going, speak to your current and past clients, and you are going to see a windfall of new revenue coming in. Most of us hate number 5, and that is not tracking the numbers. If you don't know your cost per lead, if you don't know the lifetime value of a client, if you don't know your profit margins, then you're just one mistake away from losing your business. And it can be that dire. The reason why people don't like this is because, one, they have to know the numbers. They have to put it together, and they have to make sure that they're able to read what those are. And two, is it shows you the proof. It shows you what's going on in your business. You can't lie about the numbers. If it's showing that you're not profitable, then you have to make changes, and people are afraid of making changes. But the people that know their numbers usually, on average, make way more money because they know the decisions they can make. They know how much they can spend safely on growing the business. They know what they shouldn't spend because it could tank their business. So if you're not tracking the numbers, now it's time to go back over the last 3 months, 6 months, even further, and see how much people are spending. See how long people stay a customer or client. See what the average ticket is, and then see how much do people spend over their lifetime. If you can go back that far in your numbers, you'll have invaluable information, and you'll know how much you can spend to acquire new customers. This is invaluable. Know your numbers. I don't think there's a business owner alive who hasn't made this mistake, holding off on marketing until it's too late. You only market when sales are down. When you need something now, that's when you start spending on marketing. And usually at that time, it's too late or you're missing a massive, massive opportunity. If you're not spending every single day on advertising, you're not getting the customers that you should. I'm not saying you gotta be spending $1,000, $10,000 a day. But if you're not putting your message out there into the world and letting new people know what it is that you do, you're missing out on opportunity. You're missing out on people finding who you are. You're missing out on serving your community better. Even if that's only $5 a day, that's more than most small businesses are doing. Just putting your information out there, putting what you do out there, offering people to come in and try what you do or get the service that you do is going to lead to more down the line. And even if it is only a $5 a day or even $1 a day, it's going to change your business over time. The more people know you, the more people are gonna come in. So if you're not spending on marketing, this week is the week. It's time to put a plan together. And whatever that is for you, whatever your budget, that's the time. That is the time to start today. Because it's gonna be such an impact in the future on your business, don't wait until it's like the last, 23rd hour, I gotta have somebody come in, or I'm not gonna be able to pay my overhead next month. Don't wait until then. Start early, advertise often, and start bringing in a ton of new business. Unfortunately, this is most small businesses. No clear target customer. Trying to serve everyone is killing your business, and it really is. If you don't know who your best customer is, how do you know how to talk to them? How do you know what to put out in the world to attract them in? And if you sound like everybody else, then to them, you're just like the other guy down the street, the other business down the street. It's time to start thinking about who it is that you truly serve. How old are they? How much money do they make? Where do they live? Why are they your best customer? What do they buy? Why do they buy it? How often do they buy it? What is it that makes them attracted to you? And this is going to determine almost everything in your business that you do. Your marketing, your branding, your ads, your offers, your website. I mean, you name it. This is going to determine how you're going to structure your whole business. So if you've never sat down and done this, do this exercise. Go back and look at maybe your top 10, 20 customers, clients that you've served in the last week, month, year, and what makes them special to you. And then start putting together a list of what those things are and start revamping everything in your business, and you're gonna start attracting a lot more of your best clients into your world, spending more money with you. I've done number 2. Pricing for survival, not profit. Undercharging is gonna cost you more in the long run because you cannot operate a business if you're not charging enough. You think, okay, I'm just gonna undercut the next person down the street, or I'm just gonna charge less to my customers this month to get them to come back. And yes, you might get a little cash in, but then what? Can you actually pay your overhead at the end of the month? Can you pay your employees? Can you afford to even get employees? Can you afford to do advertising? If we don't price correctly for our business model, we're stuck. We literally just own a job that's worse than probably going in and getting a 9-to-5 because we're having to do everything. When you're charging so little, you can't afford anything in your business. This is a huge mistake that a lot of small businesses make. We think, well, we're giving back to our community, we're charging less. Okay, you can have a fair price, but if you don't charge enough to pay everything you need, you don't own a business. You own a really hard, challenging job that can make you go bankrupt. And I've been there, and I've almost I did go bankrupt at one point in my life because I did this, and I learned the hard way. And hopefully you don't have to learn that way either. So look at your pricing. Make sure that you're charging enough, and if you're not, it's time to start raising prices so that you can actually build a business and not have a really hard, horrible job. And this goes right into number 1, wearing every hat and trying to do everything yourself. If you're not charging enough, if you don't have enough customers coming in, you have to do everything. Sure, in the beginning, we've all been there. We've all started, bootstrapped a business, or most of us have, and we've had to wear all the hats, which is good because now we know how to do most of the things, but this is not efficient. This doesn't allow you to scale. This doesn't allow you to live a lifestyle of why you most likely started a business so that you didn't have to go and get a job. It's time to start delegating. I make a list. What are the top things that I'm the best at? What can I do that's gonna bring in the most money for the business? Usually those things are marketing and sales. But it may be different for you. Whatever it is that you are just not good at, it's time to start bringing people in to do those for you. And if you don't have the money to do that, you might have to start looking at partnership, bringing in somebody that adds skills that you don't have, and you guys can start splitting the load and splitting the profits. But if you do have the ability, you have the funds, it's time to start hiring people to do things that you hate, that are slowing you down, that are keeping you from being able to bring other customers and clients into your business because you're just too tied down doing the stuff that just isn't making money. So if you learn anything from this list, is that they all matter. And that if you make these mistakes, eventually it's gonna cost you. And unfortunately, it's gonna cost a lot of people their business. And this is why a lot of businesses go out of business. It's why they fail. And that's why we created our school group. You can come in and get support from people like me and other people in the community that have run successful local businesses, that have made profit, that have scaled, so that you don't make the mistakes. You can learn them from us first. And if you're already making mistakes, you can correct them quickly. This is something that I've been wanting to do forever, and I'm so happy that the technology's there that I get to share it with you. I think you're gonna love it. You're gonna be part of something that's bigger than all of us, and we get to network. We get to share ideas. We get to share our wins. We get to just have that support that I never had when I had my businesses, and it's just something I always wish that I did. So if that's something that you feel could just give you some support, raise you up when you're on an island doing business by yourself, go in the description, check it out. I know in my heart, you're gonna get a ton of value from it, and most likely it's gonna change your life. So hopefully we'll see you in there, and I'll see you guys on the next video.